what 2 bottles of water means? It means it's going to be a long show. I think it was advertised as 70 minutes. I'm going to bring a piano player up in 3 or 4 songs, and the one song we're doing is 70 minutes. So just so you all know, I don't know if you have a train to catch, if you had other plans, or you flew in from other places, or I don't know what's going on, but I don't know the concept of a 70-minute set. I've never done it. Anyhow, it's really nice to be here in Budapest. It's big. I didn't know how big it was till I got lost walking around last night in the rain. I went to up something called the Octagon, and I walked down the wrong street for many miles. But I got a lot of exercise, and it's nice to be here. So I'll see. Saw you, you were a lovely child. And the last time I saw you, you were 15, pregnant and running wild. I remember wondering, could there be a light at the end of your tunnel? But I left Ohio then, and pretty much forgotten all about you. I guess you were there some years ago at a family funeral, but you were one of so many relatives, I didn't know which one was you. Yesterday morning I woke up to so many 330 area code calls. I called my mom back and she was in tears. She asked, Mark, did you speak with your father? Carissa had burned to death last night in a freak accident fire. On her land in Brewster, her daughter came home from a party and found her. Just like my uncle, who was her grandfather. An aerosol can blew up in the trash. Goddamn, what were the odds? Just getting ready to go to her midnight shift as an RN in Wadsworth. But she vanished up in flames like that, but there had to be more to her life's work. Everyone's breathing out of their minds, making arrangements and taking roads. I'm flying out there tomorrow because I need to give and get some hugs. I got questions I'd like to get answered. I may never get them, but Chris, I gotta know how to happen. Carissa was 35, you don't just raise 2 kids, take out your trash and die. She was only my second cousin, but it doesn't mean that I'm not here for her, that I wasn't. Meant to give her like poetry, to make some sense of this, to find a deeper meaning in the senseless tragedy. Oh, Carissa, I'll sing your name across every sea. else's chores from? Were you just killing time, doing things all by your lonesome? Was it even you who mistakenly put flammables in the trash? Was it your kids just being kids? If so, the guilt they will carry around forever. Well, I'm going out there, though I'm not really needed. I'm just so broken up about it. How is it that this sad history repeated? I'll return to Ohio, where I was spawned. Gonna see where I hung with my cousins and played with them in the snow and fished in their ponds. Gonna see how they've grown, visit some graves, say hey, I miss you. Mostly I'm going to pay my respects to my little second cousin Carissa. Gonna go to Ohio, where I was born. Got a 10:45 a.m. flight, I'm leaving tomorrow morning. Gonna see my aunts, my uncles, my parents, my sisters. Mostly I'm going to pay my respects to my little second cousin Carissa. Gonna go to Ohio, for it is where I belong. For it is Chris's life and death that I can't help being helplessly drawn. Carissa was 35, raised kids since she was 15 years old and suddenly died next to an old brick fire pit. Oh, there's gotta be more than that to it. She was only my second cousin, but it doesn't mean that I'm not here for her, that I wasn't meant to give her life poetry to make some sense of this, to find a deeper meaning. Thank you, everybody. All right, I'm gonna bring a guy named Ben out here who's from here to play piano and make my life easy. Ben, where you at, Ben? There you go. We crossed the Vietnam Veterans Bridge. During the spring, there are pink and yellow foxgloves along the ridges. This old car smells like when we were kids. Road trip into Pennsylvania and West Virginia, into the Cry Baby Bridge. Vietnam Veterans Bridge crosses over the ravine. You look out and all you see is serene green. Trees going on for days and days. South Lake Tahoe that way, Sacramento and San Francisco the other way. This car feels like it's been lived in, like there's been a lot of good times in here and all kinds of fun sacrilege. This car has so many miles, it's been on so many pilgrimages. Who knows where it's went? Who knows where it's been? This car reminds me of young road trips. Listen to Jimi Hendrix's Rainbow Bridge and Robin Trower's Bridges sighs. The sun don't shine, the moon don't move. The way he bends his strings sounds like a scorned person crying. Tonight we'll be crossing the Vietnam Veterans Bridge on our way to San Francisco on Memorial Day. I should have been in Sweden or Norway, but things didn't work out that way this May. It's been nice to share this time with you. Instead, it's nice to get away. Being around the house so much reminds me of being a kid. I know my way around the yard, every blackberry bush, every rose bush, every inch of my garden, every garbage can lid. And when we cross the Vietnam Veterans Bridge, I think of the word Vietnam. I was born in 1967. I heard it every day until I was 11. Every fern, every flower, every tree trunk, every spigot. I knew a red squirrel named Fox. I knew an albino squirrel named Edgar. I knew a brown squirrel named James. I knew a black squirrel named Willie. Ben, cut loose, do your thing. Ben, from Hungarian Ben. When I was a kid, my mom would drop me off in downtown Canton, Ohio to play chess. At a chess club, I'd be sitting there with Vietnam vets. I remember their army jackets and their Marlboro red cigarettes. Though I was just a kid, they treated me like an adult. They treated me with kindness and respect. I remember sitting on the cement steps, California dreaming, waiting for my mom to pick me up and take me home. Just a kid hanging around with a bunch of guys who looked like John Voight in Coming Home. And here I am on my roof looking at the Golden Gate Bridge, reflecting on my life and all that has led me on those young road trips to this. Grateful for you, for with you my life is bliss. Ah, remembering young road trips. Ben, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Ben. Oh, we stay up, you and I on the phone talking late. We talk about our recent Netflix and A&E favorites. We talk about how the world around us has changed so much since when we were young. We talk about the nice things that have happened and the difficult parts. And now I've grown to where I depend on you. Like how in the morning I hear the train going, ooh. And how in the morning I hear the wind going, and the cars along the highway going, in town, dinner with my girlfriend, and coming home from tour to her big fat cozy bed. Oh, we're getting older, aren't we? Next thing you know, I'll be calling you from a 55 plus community, thinking I definitely didn't pass up any opportunity to tackle life with the tireless tenacity. Yesterday was one of your kids' birthdays. She's 12 years old now, and I remember when she was just a baby. She looked like a sack of white flour with legs and arms. And my girlfriend back then said, oh my God, I love that little one. We were both in our late 30s then. We were both getting around so easily. Married then, and I was with Emily, and that all changed, but everybody involved moved on happily. I remember my childhood room with its fluorescent posters and a black light. I'd burn candles and incense all night. My dad would say, Mark, you're gonna burn the fucking house down. I thought he was totally paranoid then, but I fully understand him now. Your room was so much different than mine. It had an extra window and so much more sunshine. And your walls were painted very white shades, soft blue and yellow like an Easter egg. Yesterday, 5 people murdered at the Fort Lauderdale airport by a mass shooter. These things are daily news reports. And on New Year's Eve, a mass murder in Turkey, while me and my girlfriend were sleeping in California peacefully. I'm nervous they're gonna send a nuclear bomb into the sky, directed at us while we're staring at our stupid fucking phones and take us by surprise. And if that happens and my life flashes before my eyes, I hope that my beautiful girlfriend is sleeping beside me. And if the sirens go off and it's time for the world to say goodnight, many memories will quickly flash through my mind. The ones that are dearest to me, like our night talks, I always think of them fondly. And if for some reason your life ends before mine, know that our night talks meant everything. I'll be 50 at the end of January, and our night talks are what I look forward to most throughout my day. I don't want our night talks to ever go away. Beautiful band, thank you. Beautiful everybody, thank you. Katie Curlin was my first kiss. I was only 5 years old when she hit me with her bird. I had braces on my legs and I almost fell down. And from that day moving forward, I've been petrified of blonde. Oh, Patricia, she was my first love. She said hey, rose behind me and I couldn't breathe. I got her Pink Floyd Animals when we were in 6th grade. And it was on her turntable when I met her on Sunday. Mom was gone and we were listening in the dark. She reached down my pants and discovered I was bald. And when I touched her down there, she was blossoming and soft. And the next day at school, she ignored me in the hall. Shelley and Amber gave me my first taste. I went down on them both at Amber's parents' place. We were drunk as skunks and stoned on Darvon. And they gave me a bath and I stumbled on. Mary Ann was my first fart. She slid down between my legs and oh my God, she could suck. I went with her friend first, but I couldn't get it in. And when she caught me with Mary Ann, her heart was broken. Marianne got cold and abruptly broke it off. For a guy with sweatbands and a pickup truck, I begged her, please don't leave me. I pleaded with her, no. But her body language told me it was time for me to go. The guy with the truck picked me up and took me home. I sat down at my piano and my spirit was low. But I pulled myself together and I played a few notes. Now I was the one who got their heart broke. I met a girl named Deborah, she lived on the canal. She made me eggs in the morning, she was such a sweet gal. And we went to Laird Lobster and we went to Tangier. She had motherly love and she was warm and she cared. She was a beautiful girl and she had a big heart. But I drifted away because it wasn't that spark. Oh, the complicated mess of sex and love. How you give that first sting and you're the one who gets stung. And how you lose control and how good it feels to come. When you're panting like a dog getting into someone. Oh, the nature of attraction cycles on and on. And nobody's right and nobody's wrong. Our early life shapes sometimes when we're drawn. It's a complicated place, this planet we're on. Christina want to join me on a duet that Paul will play guitar on. Come on up, Christina. Come back up here. I can live with the sky falling out from above. I can live with your scorn, your sourness, your smug. I can live growing old alone if push comes to shove. But I can't live without my mother's love. You can be cruel all you want, talk bad on me, brother. Shoot me full of holes, I won't be bothered. Judge me for my ways and my slew of ex-lovers, but don't ever dare say a bad word about my mother.
she's gone, I miss her out so easy walks, playing Scrabble to the chime on her grandfather's club. I'll even miss the times that we fought, but mostly I miss being able to call her in tow.
I can live without watching my old fights. I can live without a lover sleeping beside me tonight. I can live without what some might say is a charmed life, but I can't live without my mother providing her life. My mother is 75. One day she won't be here to hear me cry.
When the day comes for you to let go, I die of like a lemon tree in the snow.
When the day comes for to leave, I won't have the courage to soar through her things with my sisters and all our memories. I cannot bear all the pain it will bring. Beautiful, Paul. Thank you. Christina, thank you. Wonderful. Thank you. All your paintings on the wall, I observed them recently like never before. In many of them, there's a figure that stands all alone, a deer drinking water, or a man fishing in a boat. And the florals are abundant and seem to seek inner peace. Pain, what's around you and the things you see. You're my old friend, and you're a great, great painter. In each painting, tranquility is captured, or is trying to be captured. I noticed others with a pattern of things in forms, ducks floating by with sailing along the shore, and all of them, the number stays the same. For those ducks, your family drifting away. You live all alone in that big old 3-bedroom house, and you watch Turner Classics all night long. With all those bedrooms, you sleep on the couch. Cars and ambulances whizzing by the living room so loud on the way to the hospital, down the highway. Do you know that of you I'm so proud? Though in many ways when I was young you were not around. Do you know that you're one of my very best friends? Other we can depend. I don't know what it means to be born in the Depression era. 8 siblings and a father who took his paychecks to the bar and spent them. Don't know what it means to eat certain animal parts, or to lose a sister to stomach cancer, or a brother in the war. Just one painting here as I keep on my wall. Alexis Arguello and Aaron Pryor in the heat of their bloody brawl. You painted that one for your old friend Billy in 1985. And you gave it to me after Billy died. Life's a fight for all of us, isn't it? That's my favorite painting that you ever did. It's the only painting of yours I have on my wall, and that's no bullshit. It captures love, bravery, courage, and true friendship. I don't know what it means to walk in your shoes, to be turning 83 in a month or two. But you called me once and you said you were feeling blue. And you asked me, Mom, do you ever feel like that too? I said, are you fucking kidding me, Dad? Many shades of blue since I was 2. And you laughed and I laughed, and in that moment I knew that I'm most definitely a part of you, and that in many ways you are me and I am you. I got a big 3-bedroom house full of antiques just like you, and I need my alone time just like you do. And I'm funny and easygoing just like you are too. But unfortunately I got the same quick temper and the same short fuse just like you do. And on this October morning I'm feeling a little blue, but not nearly as blue as I'll be when I won't be able to call you. I'm so grateful you've been on this planet for as long as you have. So proud to be able to call you Dad. Thank you, everybody. Good night, thank you.